Hello again, Susanna here, your angel intuitive, intimacy intuitive, and spiritual guidance counselor, among other things. And Lucy's mom. And Lucy. Lou Bell was laying there and she jumped up. It's like, yeah, mama. It's my girl. Ooh, bear. It's getting nippy. So this talk is going to be about communication. And communication is the ultimate power. Power. People ask, what's the greatest gift? Communication is the greatest gift in this human realm, I believe. Because if we can communicate, we can accomplish anything. We can get anything done. Because we can only do so much on our own, but we need help. We need, certain things I can't do. Lord knows, many things. And I need other people to do those for me or to help me with that. I don't have a problem asking for help anymore. I used to have that kind of issue because I needed to be hyper independent. And that's lonely and it's difficult and it's stressful. And so now I don't have a problem asking. If there's someone who knows more than me, which 99% of the world, I'll ask. I don't have that problem. Communication is a powerful thing, and especially in today's society, with everyone, texting and talking on the phone or emailing or Facebooking or what. I guess there's emails falling to the wayside now these days, but Facebooking, and it's so artificial. I mean, there's such a disconnect. And I was listening. What's really spurred this this has been on my list of videos and subjects to discuss, but it took a different turn. I was listening to an audiobook on the way to see my fiance because it's a long drive, so keep myself occupied, keep myself awake on the drive. And it's Robert Holden's book, Success Intelligence. And he brought up in one aspect that the title of the chapter was not communication, but it was part of it. And this is a book about business, working towards business and things like that. But it's such a powerful. Read the book, get the book on tape. The audio is great too because he's great. But he referenced a study where they asked people, couples and single people, how they felt about communicating with their partner. And in this study, a whopping, it's still, I played it over and over and over going, no way. But the study revealed that 53% of people would rather end a relationship than discuss their emotions. Frightening. And then people wonder why the divorce rate is 55+% now, and it keeps getting higher. It's because people would rather walk away than work something out, or to state their feelings, because they're either, I don't know, whether they're either not in control of themselves and they're afraid they're going to get angry and say the wrong thing, or they don't want to be shunned if the other person gets upset and says the wrong thing or gets angry or whatever. I myself do not like confrontation and never have, in that. And when I say confrontation, I had issues with upsetting other people. I didn't want to say the wrong thing for fear that someone was going to get upset, and then I'd get upset and then not be in control of my words. But now I have no problem speaking my mind, speaking my truth at all. That's why I'm doing this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this work. Because, trust me, I get lots of backlash. So, from disbelievers, from doubter, whatever, it's irrelevant. But when I heard that statistic just about speaking about your emotions, how you feel about something, it was shocking. I don't know why I was so shocked, but silly humans, right? But I find that it's easier in the society, it's the microwave society. It's that everything is disposable. It's a disposable society, which is sad, instead of working at things. And, I always like to say when in the intimacy, intuitive aspect of my work, when I'm working with people in their relationships, I always emphasize that a good relationship, whether it be an intimate relationship, a romantic relationship, or a friendship or a family connection, it shouldn't be work. Sometimes you have to work at things, but it shouldn't be work. It should just flow. It should be comfortable. If there's so much stress that it's making you ill, it's making you angry, you're losing sleep, then time to move forward. But if it's just because you don't want to communicate, you're afraid to speak your mind because you're afraid it's going to hurt someone's feelings, or that they're not going to get it, or they're going to, worse, make fun of you, you're going to feel vulnerable. Oh, what a shock. Oh my gosh, it's just horrible to be vulnerable. It's the worst thing ever, right? Not really. Being vulnerable is one of our greatest gifts as well, greatest strengths. So learning to say how you feel, but speaking from love, not saying, hey, you're an asshole, you pissed me off, what the fuck's going on here? It's say, what you did there, I'm not feeling it. That didn't feel, you did this thing or you said this thing and it hurt me. I feel bad, I feel nauseous, I feel whatever you feel. Saying how you feel is not a bad thing. It's not a dig at the other person. It's empowering yourself. So learning how to speak up and step up. That's the first step in true communication. And it's not just tossing your opinions around, but this first step, speaking your emotions. How do you feel? How does something make you feel? How did what someone did or said make you feel? Working with that and practicing and learning. We can go so much deeper in this. There's so many aspects to this, and we're going to keep building on this. But in the first place, I want you to start communicating with yourself. If it's easier, if it's hard for you to speak up to someone face to face, and that's the thing we're lacking. Hi, baby girl. It's almost dinner time. Lucy's like, oh, we gotta eat. Learning how to communicate face to face. Texting is not communicating. Chatting on the phone, it's a step up, but it's not quite the same. Video chatting, a little better, but still not the same. Because you need to be able to feel the person, and you need to feel yourself. So start practicing with that, till the next video comes up, and we'll discuss more. And feel free to send your questions, leave your questions. But, look in the mirror, tell yourself how you feel. Practice that, see how that feels, because when you start opening yourself up, being vulnerable, being honest with yourself, it creates so much stronger communication and clarity and so much less stress in this world. And it brings in more positivity and beauty. Have a beautiful day.